Close your eyes for just one moment. Think about the last time you sat in complete silence. Not the peaceful kind, but the heavy kind. The kind where the room is full, but you feel completely invisible. The kind where you are surrounded by people and still feel utterly, devastatingly alone. Think about the last time you fought a battle that nobody knew you were fighting. The last time you smiled in public and fell apart in private. The last time you carried a weight so enormous that your knees trembled, but you kept walking anyway because stopping simply was not an option you could afford. Now open your eyes, because what I'm about to tell you in the next few minutes is something the world has never been honest enough to say to your face. Something you have needed to hear for a very long time. You are not broken because you are alone. You are not weak because you are struggling in silence. You are not behind because your journey looks nothing like the people around you. You are a lone wolf, and lone wolves do not need a pack to be powerful. They need a purpose, they need persistence, and they need someone to remind them on the days when the weight feels unbearable that everything they are enduring is not destroying them. It is building them. It is forging them into something greater, something extraordinary, something the world is not yet ready for, but will eventually have no choice but to acknowledge. Stay with me, because this speech was written for you, specifically, personally, completely for you. Every word that follows is a reminder that your silent battles are not evidence of your weakness. They are the origin story of your greatest strength. And by the time we reach the end of this together, I want you to feel something shift inside your chest. I want you to walk away from this moment differently than you walked into it. So if you have ever fought alone, cried alone, rebuilt yourself alone, or believed in yourself when absolutely no one else did, then sit down, breathe, and listen closely. This one is yours. Solitude is not a punishment. It is a privilege that very few people ever truly understand. When you find yourself walking alone, fighting your battles without an audience, without a cheerleader, without someone holding your hand through the storm, something remarkable begins to happen inside you. You start discovering muscles you never knew existed. You start hearing your own voice more clearly than ever before. Most people confuse loneliness with solitude, but they are two entirely different universes. Loneliness is feeling empty because no one is around. Solitude is feeling complete because you have finally found yourself. The lone wolf does not pace the forest, desperately searching for company. It moves with intention, with awareness, with purpose. Every great leader, every revolutionary thinker, every person who ever changed the course of history spent significant time completely alone. Einstein worked in isolation. Lincoln battled depression in silence. Every fighter who ever became a champion trained in moments nobody witnessed. Your solitude is not wasted time. It is preparation time. It is a sacred space where your character is being carved, where your discipline is being tested, where the real version of you is being born without anyone watching or applauding. There is something the comfortable life can never give you, and that is the kind of character that only struggle can build. When everything is easy, when people are always there to carry your weight, when life hands you every answer before you even ask the question, you remain soft, you remain fragile, you remain someone who breaks the moment real pressure arrives. And when you fight alone, when you cry at night and still wake up in the morning, when you fail and there's nobody there to comfort you except your own reflection in the mirror, you become something different. You become dangerous in the best possible way. Every scar you carry is a certificate of survival. Every sleepless night you endured alone is proof that you are stronger than the darkness. Every battle you fought without recognition is evidence that your motivation runs deeper than applause. Character is not built in the spotlight. It is built in the quiet, painful, invisible moments that no camera ever captures. The person who has struggled alone carries a kind of wisdom that cannot be taught in any classroom. They understand resilience from the inside out. They do not just know about strength. They are made of it, bone deep and unshakable. One of the most painful experiences a human being can endure is being left behind by the very people they expected to stand beside them. When friends disappear during your darkest chapters, when family fails to understand your vision, when people you trusted walk away without explanation, the wound cuts deeper than any physical pain. But here's what you must understand with every fiber of your being. Not everyone is meant to travel your entire journey with you. Some people are chapters, not the whole story. Some people enter your life to teach you something, and then they must leave so you can become who you were always meant to be. Rejection is not evidence that you are not enough. Rejection is often the universe's most aggressive way of protecting you from paths that were never yours to walk. Every person who left you created space for something greater to arrive. Every door that closed pushed you toward a window you never would have noticed otherwise. The lone wolf does not chase the pack that abandoned you. It finds its own direction, develops its own instincts, and eventually discovers that the path walked alone leads to destinations far more extraordinary than anything the crowd was ever heading toward. This is just perhaps the most brutal battlefield of all. The one where you stand completely alone in your belief, while the entire world around you shakes its head in doubt. When no one claps for your dreams, when people call your vision foolish, when even the ones closest to you question your sanity for still trying, you face a choice that will define everything. You either surrender your belief to fit the comfort, or you guard that belief like it is the last fire burning in a freezing world. Self-belief in the absence of external validation is the rarest and most powerful form of courage that exists. It is easy to believe in yourself when everyone's cheering. It costs nothing to feel confident when the crowd is behind you. But to stand in a room full of silence, in a life full of setbacks, in a season full of closed doors, and still whisper to yourself, I am not finished, I am not wrong, I will not stop, that is something entirely different. That is the kind of belief that moves mountains. History is filled with people who were laughed at before they were celebrated. Your belief does not need anyone's permission to be valid. It only needs your protection. There is a particular kind of warrior that the world rarely talks about. The one who wakes up before sunrise, does the work, suffers the setbacks, keeps pushing, and does all of it without a single person witnessing their effort. No likes, no comments, no applause, no recognition, just the work, the struggle, and the commitment to keep going regardless of who is watching. This is the silent grind, and it is where the most powerful transformation of a human being takes place. When you work for recognition, your motivation is borrowed. It depends entirely on other people's responses, and it collapses the moment the applause stops. But when you grind in silence, when you show up for your dream at 3 in the morning simply because it matters to you, your motivation becomes self-sustaining. It feeds itself. It grows in the dark like roots beneath the soil. Nobody sees the roots, but nobody questions the strength of the tree. Your silent effort is building something that the world will eventually be unable to ignore. Every repetition done when you wanted to quit, every page written when inspiration abandoned you, every step taken when your body screamed to stop. These are the bricks of an empire being built in silence. When you finally rise, and you will rise, the version of you that emerges will be unlike anything the world has seen before. Because you did not rise with the team carrying you. You did not rise because circumstances were kind, or because life handed you advantage. You rose because you refused to stay down. You rose because the fire inside you burned louder than every voice telling you to quit. There is an extraordinary difference between someone who succeeded with every resource and support available to them, and someone who climbed from nothing, from isolation, from repeated failure, from complete darkness, and still found the light. The person who rises alone rises with a foundation so deep that nothing can shake. They've already survived their worst days. They've already faced their deepest fears alone. They have already proven to themselves that they are unbreakable. When that person stands at the peak of their journey, they carry not just success but wisdom, not just achievement but testimony. And their story becomes a torch for every other lone wolf still fighting in the darkness. Your rise will not just change your life. It will prove to someone else still struggling that it is possible, that surviving alone and winning alone is not only real, it is extraordinary. Everything we have spoken about today comes down to one undeniable truth. The battles you have fought alone are not a sign that life has been unkind to you. They are a sign that you are being prepared for something that requires a person of uncommon strength, rare resilience, and tested character. The lone wolf's journey is not the easy path. It was never supposed to be. It is the path that creates the warrior. It is the path that builds the leader. It is the path that produces the kind of human being who can look at the darkest moment and still find something worth fighting for. Your silence has not been empty. It has been preparation. Your loneliness has not been punishment. It has been refinement. Your struggle has not been evidence of failure. It has been the construction of a foundation so deep that when you finally stand fully in your purpose, nothing, not criticism, not doubt, not setback, will be able to move you from it. The world needs lonely wolves. It needs people who learn to stand when others sat. It needs people who kept their fire burning when every wind in the world was trying to extinguish it. It needs people whose testimony carries the weight of real survival, real sacrifice, and real faith maintained in the most difficult circumstances imaginable. That person is you. Do not apologize for your journey. Do not shrink your story to make others comfortable. Do not dim the light you have earned through suffering, simply because others have not gone through what you were going through. Rise, completely, unapologetically, powerfully. The lone wolf always finds its way. To every single person who made it to the end of this, thank you. Not just for watching or listening, but for being brave enough to acknowledge that you are fighting. That acknowledgement alone takes more courage than most people realize. I want you to carry something with you when you leave this moment. You are not alone in your aloneness. Millions of people across this world are fighting silent battles, carrying invisible weights, rebuilding themselves in private. And the fact that you found this today means something. It means that part of you was looking for a reminder that you are still worth believing in.